Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. This week is Parshas Vayera, and we have a very, very beautiful Rashi on the Akedah, striking Rashi. So Rashi tells us after the Akedah is over, and the Malach comes and appears to Avram Avinu, Perchav Beis, Pasuk Beis, and he says to Avram, Al tishlach yodcha el hanar, do not touch the child, ve'al tas lo me'uma, don't do anything to him. So Rashi's bothered by the double lashon. So first, fascinating Rashi. Rashi says, why the double lashon? So first, the Malach says, Al tishlach yodcha el hanar, lishchot, don't touch him, don't shecht the child. And comes along Avram and says, but I slept over here to be Makadeshim Shamayim, to fulfill the will of Hashem, to bring my son as a karban, lechinam basi. I can't do anything. Maybe I can just make a little nick. Esabo chavala ve'otzi mimenu me'adam, and that's the double lashon al taslo ma'uma. Don't even make a mum. It's a very beautiful Rashi showing Avram's tremendous commitment to do anything he can to fulfill Dvar Hashem. But then Rashi says further. Okay, so Avram finally takes Yitzchak off the Akedah and shechs the ram instead. But now the Rashi brings another question that Avram has. And Avram asks, Hashem, I don't understand. Yesterday you told me, Ki b'Yitzchak yikar lecha zera. Now you tell me, v'chazarta v'amarta. You told me yesterday Yitzchak's going to be my offspring. Now you're telling me, Kachna es bincha. Shecht him. And now, step 3, you're telling me, Al tishlach yadcha el anar. What is going on? What is going on? It doesn't make any sense. First you tell me he's going to be my legacy, then you tell me shecht him, then you tell me don't shecht him. What is going on? Hashem answers, I didn't change anything. All I said was, Kachna es bincha. All I said is, ha'alehu la'ola. I never said to shecht him. So nothing ever changed. But my Rebbe Rav Yonason Sachs asks the very strong question. Avram saw these contradicting commands, and he asks, you should ask, Yitzchak yilchar lecha zera, he's going to be your future, shecht him, don't shecht him. When was the appropriate time to ask the question? L'chora, after the command to do the Akedah, how come? How can you tell me to shecht my son? You told me yesterday, ki b'Yitzchak yilchar lecha zera. So why are you commanding me to shecht my son? But that's not when Avram asked the question. After all is said and done, where Avram ties him on the Akedah, then he's told, Al tishlach yodcha anar, then he says, take him off. Now Avram wakes up. What's pshat? So Rav Sachs quotes a Gemara Maseches Brachos and Daf Yud, and the Gemara there discusses Cheskio HaMelech is suffering with Yisurin. And Yeshayahu comes to see him and says, why am I suffering? Why am I suffering so much? And he said, because you were not osek. Yeshayahu tells Chizkiyahu, because you're not osek in Piri Verivya. Chizkiyahu says, but I was legitimate. I saw Baruch HaKodesh that any offspring I would have would be Rishaim. So that's why I wasn't osek Piri Verivya. And Yeshayahu says, that is not your place. Your place is my demifkedis, that which you're commanded, iboy l'chala meva. You do. And then Hashem's business, Madanicha Kame Kuchebriche Levin. He'll take care of his. You take care of yours. You have children, Rishaim, not Rishaim, that's out of your control. That's not necessarily your control. That's Hashem's cheshbon. But you take care of yours. So Sachs suggested that maybe that's the idea when it comes to Avram as well. When Avram, so long as Avram is under the command of Kachna es bincha to do the Akedah, if he's under the command, my demifkedis iboy l'chol ha'meved. You're commanded, you do. You have to act. You do. Now that it's all said and done, even though there's a kasha, there's kashas, we have difficulties. How can you ask me to do this? It doesn't make any sense. Your plan here doesn't make any sense, Hashem. How can you ask me to do this? We have kashas. But when Hashem says to do, we do. Now that it's all said and done, you pull Yitzchak off the Akedah. Now that it's all said and done, now's the time to ask questions. Now we can ask. Now we can have our kashas. And Hashem will answer those kashas. That's a very fundamental yesod. Is all too often we need total clarity. We need to understand everything, how Hashem runs his world. Until we do, no, not correct. We do. And then we have questions. So sometimes the Gemara says, kasha, we leave it as a kasha. And sometimes we ask, we get answered. But it doesn't impact our performance. That's the legacy of Avram Avinu. It's the legacy of Yitzchak. That's the message of the Akedah. Is Hashem asks, we do. Questions? So sure, we ask questions, but it doesn't affect our performance. We should be zocha to learn from the legacy of our Avos HaKadoshim. Have a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.